Hey everybody. So let's see, I'll start with this. My board lock keys came and they're a bit fat for a typewriter case. You could, I suppose, mill them down to make that happen, but I'm not going to ruin this set. I'm just going to use some antique keys that I have. I got like the National Cash Register key. I'm going to make my own rather than ruin this set. I'm going to use that for something else. So I picked out a few that are thin and you can make, L's and stuff out of them to the right size. I'm just going to go that road rather than sacrificing that, because when I put them in, they're a bit wide for the turn, and I'm not going to mill them down. But anyway, I picked up this Royal. This is a Royal Junior, and they only made 3,000 of these with the crinkle finish, 5,000 in total. The other 2,000 had the high gloss finish. This thing, the ribbon spools, one of them's original, one of them's a replacement. You see the crinkle finish, wrinkle finish on this spool. They were both about full of ribbon, so there was no way this thing could have utilized it. So somebody in the heart of the Depression got robbed when somebody, I don't know, over filled each spool to almost their max. That leaves you about a travel of usable distance of about, your leg in length. I mean, look at how much ribbon I tore off of that thing. That thing's, look at that. That's just from two little spools, but it's so much ribbon. And they didn't pin two together. It was all one length, so somebody took it off of a big roll. The case for the Royal Junior. Now, the Royal Junior was the answer to the Remy Scout. Everything delete. No color select. No. Well, this one has the ability to shift. The Royal Signet, which is what this body style was based off, didn't even have the ability to shift. So you do have upper and lower case at least, but your bell delete, your margin delete, you've got one margin setting, and that's it. What else? They just deleted a bunch of stuff. You don't have the little select ribbon guide. You just got an open block here, like the guide thing itself that would come out on like a Royal P. You don't have that here. This was all crushed down. I just got done straightening it. The carriage advance over here, this whole handle was down and this whole side was in. I straightened it as good as I could. If you got to straighten one of these, don't just go on it with a duckbill pliers and think you're going to pull it up. Take that screw out. You don't want to put that kind of pressure on that screw and snap it. Do each piece, take it apart, This is an eccentric back here, this screw, so you got to turn that so it stops at the point. Here's your single and double space selector, but you got to stop at the point of end of advance. That's what that eccentric is for there, to stop that at that point. The case looks like it was hit by the meteor that killed all the dinosaurs, right in the top. Of course, when I got this, it was $40, but who wouldn't spend $40 on something that's one of 3,000? It was shipped upside down. Those blocks there would be to keep it in place. There's no actual little pegs for it to sit on, click in, nothing nice. The top inside's all pressed in. You see that? So it had a hard ride upside down in here and vibrating around, but it made it, and I can straighten it, I think. I've taken the platen out, taken the rear feed roller out. Of course, it has the old flat spot syndrome. I don't know if that shows that well, but you can see it pretty good in person. Yeah, I guess it does show pretty good. And the front feed rollers have the flat spot syndrome too, so I'm going to take that out. You don't have the two screws like you do on the Model P that remove this whole paper. Here's one from a P here. You don't have the numbering bar either. You got none of that. It's just delete everything. These sit away. This was all bent. These sit away from the platen itself when it's in there. The paper guides, paper fingers, they don't actually touch the platen. There's a stance away from it. But yeah, you can't take the paper pan out with the two screws because it's just not that way here. So the Junior with the crinkle finish like this, 3000 made, based off the Signet. The Signet Senior, I guess, has a lot of the same parts when you get into it. Your shift lock is actually just push this forward. Okay. So you bring that down and push that forward. Of course, it's all stiff and nothing's cleaned or oiled yet, but that's pretty nice. Reminds me a lot of my Model O, my Royal Model O in that regard. There's some talk of a missing link in this read I have from, what did I get this off of? It's not coming to me at the moment, but where is this missing link part? The missing link, the Signet Senior with the Junior name on it, appeared sometime in late 33 or early 34. I thought this was maybe a missing link model anyway, but it's not. It had a metal right-hand platen knob, and I thought, oh, that's really cool, you know? And it's not the missing link model, although the serial number for this is pretty low. Here, J258. Let's see if I can get you to see it. J25884. So it's a good number. J signifies Junior, like Model P would start with a P, and so forth. I think what I'm going to do, because you only have one carriage knob, one platen knob, again, it's like left-hand platen knob delete, you know. I may sacrifice this Model P left-hand platen knob and just abort this rod, which would be for variable line spacing. I think that's what that's for. Just abort that and make that a new right-hand platen knob. I may do that. Otherwise, I got this one with the flat side that is off my parts machine. I don't think I want to put that on here, so I think I'll end up aborting this. Hate to do it, but I think I'll abort this pin and make this a new right-hand platen knob. So yeah, flat spots. The platen actually cleaned up okay. I got a lot to do to it, of course. It's filthy, but let's see if I can fish. Let's see. I got a cool new screwdriver too. It's, well, not new, but it's new to me. Let's see if I can fish this out of here. Whoa, I guess I can. Let's see. Yeah, you can see the flat spot. All right. I mean, this thing's like a square almost. You see that? Good luck feeding paper with that. So I'll have some work to do there. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, this cool screwdriver. It's a Vaco, V-A-C-O, 1/8 tip. Pretty cool. And this comes out, so you can change bits. But I thought, wow, I got to get that. And it's a nice big handle, you know. And it's short. It's not a long. You know, use a comparison factor for you. So short the length is for the bit here. So, all right. Well, I'll play with this, and you all have a good day on your projects and everything else too. Take care.